Hello and welcome. This is Peggy. Welcome to the new video. Today we want to bind our pages together. For this I cut some cardstock. This is brown cardstock. Remember, well, this was just brown paper for the pages. The cardstock's measurements are 2.5 centimeters by 14.8 centimeters. They all are 14.8 centimeters, the length, and so this is 2.5 wide, this is 4 centimeter wide, and this is 5.5 centimeter wide. If we bind this together, that will make our pages stand apart a little, so that you can also put stickers inside or other items of decorations. And remember, we want to decorate the pages with design paper. We fold or score, rather, we score these little papers at the score mark of 0.7, 0.8 millimeter. Let me just see what this is in inches, if I can find it. Approximately 2, 1, 2, 3, oh, that's really difficult, 3/16, let me see, an eighth, yeah, I would suppose 3, it's not really much. No, yeah, anyway, so have a look. If you have the Stampin' Up cut and scoreboard, you have centimeter measurements as well as inches. So I work with centimeters. I'm sorry that, yeah, I can't really tell precisely. So this is 0.7, 0.8 millimeter, and I chose this width to put the double-sided adhesive tape on it, so that the tape will not be too close to the score marks, because this will flip our book later, and we want to be able to move our pages properly and flip them. So now that I put the adhesive there, I want to fold on the score lines. I fold first towards the little hill that we have, and then back as well, because we want to fold the pages in all directions later on. So that's what I do with all my score lines here, and each of these cardboard pieces have 2 score lines, no? So look here, I already folded them as well, and we need double-sided adhesive on both sides. So the bigger part will bind the last page and the first page. The second part will bind the second page and the 5th page, and this shortest part will bind the center page. That's 3 and 4. So I hope that makes sense to you, but I will show you step by step, so not to worry. We will start with the first page, which should, if we imagine this to be in a book like that, yeah? So it means we need this for the first page. So I will take the adhesive off a little and then bend it towards the center part. That helps me if I can't align the binding with the page right away. I still have some tape on the page here, and I can move it where it needs to be. So we need the first page. I put it already in the right order and in the right direction. So these are all the pages. So it means the binding needs to go here, and this is where the gap is. And we left that bit that we glued left over or open. So this should fit perfectly, more or less, hopefully, in here. And what's very important with all our pages and all parts of binding is that we always leave the score line here outside of the page. Yeah. So I aligned it and I made sure the score line is here and not inside that page. So now I can pull off my backing paper and I can stick it down. So, and the same on this side. I can just now pull out my backing paper. It's a bit tough sometimes, so, and I can stick that properly down. And this is the first page, and will then be in the book like that. So that's the reason why we now need the last page. So I will just flip it around like this, but I need to remember that I flipped it around. Because we have the book in a certain order. But yeah, we don't have the cover yet, so therefore it's not a problem. We can still flip it and turn it. So again, I do the same here, and I take my first page and find that part where the pocket is basically. And now I'm trying to align it, and again keep the score line outside of that page. That's very important. Otherwise we will not be able to flip the pages easily. So, and now I can open it. Here's the other strip that I prepared, which I'll just have to take out. And now this is the last page. So I'll put that in the correct order again and open the first page up. This is where we are. Now this needs to come next, and that will be stuck in here later on, yeah, as a book. So we have to start here. I hope this makes sense. So again, I'll just fold it so that we can pull it out. Yeah, I have to make sure I always fold it to the other side basically. And if I fold it to that side, it will be inside the book and I can't reach it. So make sure if you fold these, fold them to the other sticky side basically. So I find my inside pocket part and slip it in and make sure I align it and keep the score mark outside. So this didn't work very well. Come on, that's it. So that's where we are. Do the same with this side, and that's it. Now we need to have these two pages go here, so I'll just flip them away. And now I want to find this page. Making albums yourself is really fun and enjoyable. You can put as many or as little pages in the album as you like, and decorate it with the kind of paper that you like, and other things like stickers and stamps and so many things, so many possibilities. But I really like making an album. It takes a bit of time, but it's worth it. So, same story again for this one, for this page. Flip it over. And press down. So now we already know how our pages will be sorted in the book. So now I flip these pages back because that's what we need now for the third part of the binding. And now of course if you want to have 8 pages, you need more pieces of the binding basically. So for 6 you need 3, for 8 you need 4, and oh, see, this is going in the wrong direction. If I put this inside here, it will be inside and I cannot pull it out. So I have to remind myself to put it towards that other sticky strip. So what was I saying? Yeah, we need to remember, or yeah, cut as many parts of the binding as we have pages, or yeah, that's a bit, how should I explain it better? Yeah, basically for 4 pages you would need only 2 parts, and for 6, 3, and for 8, 4, and so on. So there's another strip. Stick that down. Now we are going on our last page, and I'll tell you a little bit of information how you can adjust the sizes of the binding if you would need, for example, 4 parts. I'll tell you in a minute because I need to concentrate a little now. So that's this one. And very last piece. So we already have it in the right direction. This goes on top of this and this on top of that. I quickly want to tell you about the binding itself. I always left 0.8 millimeter to glue this into the page, so that are our glue flaps that go into the pages. But the binding itself has a measurement from 1.5 centimeters, I think. Let me think. Yeah, 0.5, I think so. Let's measure. If I don't know it, then I need to measure. No, 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter, and then I decided I want to have plus 1.5. So, or plus 2.5, let's see, plus 1.5, see? 1 centimeter plus 1.5, so that's the next piece of binding, plus 1.5 centimeter. So this is 2.5, and the third one is again plus 1.5 centimeter. So we had 2.5 plus 1.5 is 4 centimeters. So if you would need to make another one because you wanted 8 pages, it means you would measure 4 centimeters plus 1.5 would be 5.5 centimeters. And then remember, you need to have these little glue flaps that go into the pages, and each of them measures 0.7, 0.8, around that. So another 1.5 centimeters basically to put to your centerpiece. So that's basically it. I measured and I decided, okay, I want to have a little bit of space, and my space is always 1.5 centimeters more than the one before. So what we now have to do is to glue the pieces together. For this I want to keep that direction, so I just flip this open, put my sticky tape on this side, not too close to the crease line, take off the backing. Oops, that was not what I wanted. Let's see if it's still sticky, or I'll put one more on top maybe. So, because we really want this to hold well. Then I will just close up this part of my book a little to have this show, and flip it back because we flipped it that way. So we now have to flip it back, and then we have to line it up and see where the center of it is. Approximately, basically. I don't worry too much about it. Press firmly. And open again, because we need to do the same with this. But in that case, this is 1 centimeter, so I'm choosing a little bit of a wider tape. Because my 0.6 millimeter tape, this one here, is a bit narrow for me. and I want it to stick really well. So again, close it up, flip it over, because we need to have the same direction, and then line it up and stick it to your other part of the binding. So now all our parts, binding parts, are together now, and basically this is the inside of our book. Yeah, so let's check if everything's okay. Yep, so far so good. Oh, this flips up, that's great. And here are the inserts. Yeah, this flips up too. So yeah, it's all in the right direction, I think. So that is all our binding done. The next video will be about the cover and how to put these pages into the cover. That's not really difficult. As I said before, it's possible that everyone can do it. That's why I chose to do this step-by-step videos, because I think if you want to try it, go ahead and try it. It's not so difficult. Now you can do it step by step with me. So thank you for watching the video. See you next time. Bye bye.